is the beginning. Just wait. I guess this would be like the first time that we we're all hanging out, and then we'll see you in a few years. Like, hey Jack, what's up? Jack, let's go over here for a second.
Have you been filming though?
He was fine actually.
Really?
Yeah,
he was keeping his head up.
Yeah, now you made him nervous. Do you think you'll get used to it?
What? Yeah.
I mean, the camera that we're using, is not this camera. So
Yeah, that's it.
it's a lot bigger. But I feel like anybody that has a camera in their face all the time, you just get used to it. I mean, I don't like being in front of the camera. I hate it.
Inspiration for my book, Palo Alto, came from a lot of different directions. I grew up in Palo Alto, and that's where I was born and raised, and I spent my first 18 years there. When I was in high school, it seems like kids were getting into quite a bit of trouble. I tell Gia, while we've been making our movie, some of the real stories about the real people behind the characters I wrote, and she always says, I can't believe so many crazy things happened in your high school.
I always had a hard time in high school, and so when I graduated college, I was kind of reflecting on that period in my life. And when James gave me his stories, I hadn't really seen anything that articulated that emotion, those growing pains when you're that age. It really resonated with me, and I related to it.
Teenagers, I think, are great subjects for art because it is such a raw period. It is a period where so many things are new, feelings are on the surface more, where identity is being created. Every little act seems like the end of the world. And so you can just write and talk about feelings in ways that are more accessible.
I felt like, there's a lot of movies today about teenagers, but don't show the emotional complexity of that age group. And there were movies like American Graffiti or Diner, Last Picture Show, and Rumblefish and Virgin Suicides that I love so much, but just they haven't really been around in a while. So I was really excited by this chance.
I was just trying to remember with Gia how we met, and I think we just started talking about film and photography, and that led to me looking at her work. And I knew, based on the photos that I'd seen, she had the aesthetic for what I wanted. It was in line enough with my own sensibilities, but also different enough, and maybe because she was a young woman and was coming to the same kind of material from that direction, it just seemed both similar and different enough that it would be perfect.
I studied photography at Bard College. When I graduated, I was sort of in flux of what I was interested in. I was working as a barback at Bouchon.
I think I wrote her, I said, I know this is weird, but I think you are the right person for this movie, and if you respond to my book, I would love to develop it with you and have you direct it.
Well, he was really adamant that it was low budget so that we can kind of just not have to rely on anyone else for funding, and we could have total control of this movie, and it's through his production company.
I was sold, and I said, okay, now we need to get the money, and I think it was a little difficult because Gia wanted to use a lot of unknowns, and they were young, and the movie's, fairly dark, but I told her to hold on.
You're so emotionally involved, and your heart becomes so much in it that when we couldn't get financing, and things kept falling apart. Someone described it as like being in love with someone that doesn't love you back.
It had been over a year, and I said, I'm done waiting for this money. Find me a movie that is gonna pay me enough money that I can just give it to Gia. So I went and did this movie I just finished.
Why don't we set up a new email address for you and set it up to this phone, and it's only going to be us, and it's going to go straight to this one.
Yeah, I just do it.
I'm just going to test your email.
Who is this from?
I should watch Basketball 5.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
What year were you born?
79.
And you?
85.
And you?
87.
And you?
88.
What year were you born?
1984.
And tell me what you do.
I'm the producer.
Yeah. Jack's gonna live with me,
Oh, good. Great.
so it'll help.
I'm glad.
Because I can drive him some days.
That
You
would help a
gotta
lot.
be on time. Of course I'll be on time.
Gia, what do I do right now? Should I do schoolwork?
Yeah, do schoolwork, and then we're gonna go over the script.
Is anyone else cast besides her?
Fred, your best friend?
He's cast?
I think everything is still in the works, but there are people.
That I know she wants him to be able to do.
Yeah, the guy that she wanted wants to do it.
Oh, cool. So that's
Nat.
The casting process was long. I mean, we had a casting agent at one point, but because our financing kept falling through, the casting agency quit on us. That kind of taught me that I can still do this, and it's probably better for me to just do it on my own. I just kind of sought the help of my mom, Fred Bruce, and Greta Seacat, who were all very helpful in this process.
I was aware of the casting process, but I really trusted her. I think her taste in performers is really good.
Lights passing by. Fade to black.
Jack just has really awesome style just because he's really cool. So we just use a lot of his clothes and let him kind of dress himself because he's just a real teenager. A lot of the sets were real locations in Woodland Hills, and Jack's bedroom was his own real bedroom at his mom's house.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to do.
Okay.
It's gonna be weird, like when my friends like watch this movie, they're like, this is his room, his clothes, like his hair.
Everyone get in a circle and grab hands. So this is just like a little good luck ritual for my family. You say Puaba 3 times, and it's just for good luck and safety. Puaba! Puaba! Puaba!
Happy first shot.
I've known Jack since he was like 4 years old. He was always in and out of my life because my mom is friends with Val since before I was born. I remember I was in this casting process for this movie, and I was meeting a lot of young actors, but I just really was taken when I just randomly had dinner with Jack during this time, and it's like, that's a real kid, and he's so much more interesting and just already captivating because he just has this background of having other interests and skateboards and paints and plays music, and he's a natural. It's already in his blood, and this movie wouldn't have worked without him. It's just like it's all on your bed and you're rolling out of bed. Maybe then just move it so then
First shot ever.
What?
It's your first shot ever.
Oh, okay, we're on the way right now.
Like 57, take 1, come on. On speaks.
And camera speeds, Mark.
I was really scared, first off. I didn't really want to do it until I started reading. Like, the idea of it scared me completely. And then I read the script and it really seemed like an opportunity that I really should take. The way she asked me was almost if she wanted to collaborate with me or something.
That's a cut.
We had a hammering on that.
And let's reset. Another take?
That was good.
We had a hammering on that one.
Okay.
I put all the kids in one house for a lot of reasons. One, it was easy to pick them all up from one location, and another was because it just formed them to have a real friendship and get to know each other.
We had a bunch of nights where we'd stay up all night, and I think it was like the three of us in that one room, so one of us would rotate sleeping on the floor. It was like the dream of what making a movie.
What time is it, Jack?
11:30
What time?
p.m.
What time?
Around 11:30 p.m.
What time do you have to get up tomorrow?
6 o'clock, I think.
No.
First day of
Is that not true? I think.
No, you have to get up at 5 o'clock.
What are we doing? Hey Jack, what are we doing?
I have to, yeah, that's right. I have to be on set at 6 o'clock. To wake up at around 5.
Hey Jack, what are we doing tomorrow?
To eat Captain Crunch and prepare for the first day. Second day, technically. First day, literally.
Sleep. We gotta get up at 6, but fuck it. Palo Alto Blues. Oh, is it okay I play the piano? This is probably a good time to ask.
How are you?
Hi.
Gia's in a take and she's gonna join us in a second, but yeah. So I don't know if Genevieve passed on the kind of scenarios to you. Basically, what we tried to do, we reconfigured the schedule so that we could kind of but buy enough time and not shoot any scenes that involved April for as long as we could. And what it looks like is that depending on the scenario, we wouldn't have to shoot anything with her until the 14th. But there is a scenario where we could continue to shoot, but it's becoming less likely as we've checked in with our locations. Switching them on such short notice and getting permits is going to be extremely difficult.
I've talked to everybody on Emma's side. Emma just finished a big movie. I know she's tired, but her agent said that she loves Gia and loves this project, and he thinks that she would do it, but she wouldn't do anything else like the rest of you. This is the only thing he thinks she would do. Gia would just have to trust her instincts on this one. We have, no matter what we do, I mean, the April character is scheduled still to shoot tomorrow.
As of this very second, yes. But we have other schedules ready to go if needed.
I mean, I'm okay shooting other stuff if need be.
Oh, is that Jack? Yeah. Oh, he's here. They need him on set immediately.
Okay, I'm gonna send it.
Okay, and then you better like...
You think that's good? Should I send it?
Yeah.
Should I send it to her? Yes. We were looking for a Fred character, and it was the hardest character to find. Fred Roos, I think, said, "Have you met Nat Wolff?" And we looked up a picture of him, and we automatically fell in love with him, and we thought he was the one. He's so smart, too. I really learned a lot from him. He's been acting since he was a little kid. He really broke down that character for me.
Most of the characters in the book are based on real people, except a couple, and Fred is one of them. I guess we kind of figured out that it was another side of myself, and I sort of created that character so that I could have Teddy and Fred, and Fred is sort of the bad side. He's the instigator. Teddy's the one that's trying to kind of come out of that world but keeps getting pulled back in. One of the reasons I used multiple characters is it's like acting, where you can put on a mask and it's not you. I feel like I tricked myself by creating the character Teddy in the book. He had aspects of me, but I could write about him in a way where I didn't have to prove to everybody what a great guy he was, like he could be flawed. And that made it much more interesting.
Fucking bear.
What the fuck was that? Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
How's it going so far this morning?
What do you think, Jack? It's excellent.
It's okay.
Jack got food poisoning, and then the next day we had to film this huge scene. Do you want hot tea?
Not right now.
He was still sick, and poor kid just really tried his hardest, but it was just like such a lengthy scene and so much dialogue. We're gonna start from you guys sitting into the shots.
But aren't I supposed to be surprised that he's...
Yeah, in a different shot, there's gonna be bookshelves here. Okay. So then you'll have like kind of off your head through. He's gonna become action.
You guys fucking playing there, right? What should this make?
Cut. Let's go back to this.
The cut going back to ones, we need to log down and steer away.
Yeah. These lines. He just doesn't know his lines. It looks like he's reading his lines. Struggling. It's a really big scene. It's a really important scene. Action. Well, in like a movie, if you're sick, it's really hard, especially a low-budget movie. You don't really have those insurance days, so we had to just get as much as we could, and hopefully it would work. And he had to pull through. Dealing with kids, and you have to be nurturing at the same time. Get what you need in the shot.
They also like boys?
No.
First thing,
They're
ready?
sensitive but different. Also like boys, but then also not.
They also like boys, but then also not.
Yeah.
Luckily, Nat is so good. And it was like times like that where I was really thankful like Nat was there because he's such like a good actor and he's really good at inspiring me to like be better.
We have it. I know we have it.
We have the hero books over here.
Action.
Holy shit, rainbow gremlins were gay! They were fucking gay!
Shut up, you gotta keep it down.
Dude, they suck the juice out of rainbows.
We're in a library, man.
They suck the juice out of rainbows. Rainbows are gay, get it?
Dude,
They're a bunch of
honestly.
dudes, and they just hang out all the time, all together. That's all they do is just fucking hang out.
That's exactly what we do.
I came home, my boyfriend was like, "You look 18." He was like, "I like it." I was like, "Oh."
I had known Emma Roberts just kind of in and out through Los Angeles. When I saw Rashida Jones's film, Celeste and Jesse, I thought she was really great. I hadn't seen her kind of play a role like that. We had a meeting and she was just really into the book and really into the script. And it just felt like there was some cosmic thing pulling us together. We gave her long brown hair because it felt like having longer hair would make her look younger. And she's so beautiful that we wanted to kind of tone it down a little bit, so we gave her kind of a mousy brown color. When I made the decision to cast her, I was just so happy because She was just so supportive and so helpful and so giving to the other actors that as a first-time director, I could have asked for a better person to collaborate with.
It should be emotional just because I feel like she's not emotional.
Yeah.
Through the rest of the movie. I mean, not so much, you know?
Yeah, I like how, like, I think she, like, almost hits her head against the wall a little bit, like,
well, I kind of thought I walk in already upset.
Yeah, like, you don't even make it to the bathroom.
Yeah, totally. I think so, too.
I am young, but not for long. I don't know how long I'm gone. Pick me up, take me back, put me down. Tell me why, tell me why. I don't know you and you don't know me. Let it go, let it go. I cannot see what you cannot show, and I cannot be where you will not go. Let me go, let me go, oh yeah.
No, you should do it.
I haven't done this since high school.
Look at all these babies.
I never realized how hard party scenes are to film. I always was really excited and I couldn't wait till we shot it, and then it was just like the hardest.
Don't be stressed now, even if it's something that you got your eye. Hey, everybody in here. Is what
Here we go. Oh,
No, but no.
Not at all. What does a cross joint do? It's just that four people can.
It's
have
actually a
it?
reference
Mom,
from
this is,
Pineapple
you know,
Express.
Mom, come on.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
With James Franco and
Let's lay
like they
back
make
a
a
little,
cross
Mom.
joint.
Oh, so it's
Mom, you're so cool, but let's lay back a little bit, okay?
Val, I'd known since I was young. He's like a father to me, and I just love him so much, and he's so hilarious.
Brilliant.
I couldn't watch. So Mom, just kind of talk to yourself about how terrible, you know, Val is, or Peter.
That's not hard.
The day are trying to ask me how I'm feeling, but I just don't want to talk about it, so you say I'm depressed.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, brother, you really.
Why are you doing all this homework? This is so hard.
I know, it's algebra.
I've wasted moments in so nights.
It's so exciting. The camera loves you, so it's so exciting.
Time will tell if you can figure this and work it out. No one's waiting for you anyway, so don't be stressed now. Even if it's something that you had your eye on, it is what it is.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, so we're going to do a pickup of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember
Are you in the grip department or the gaffer?
I am the keynote.
Who moves your monitor?
This can go.
Who's in charge of your monitor? It's not the keyboard. You know, is it one person or is it a bunch of people?
Normally the video says, but
Monitor doesn't have to be high. You can always sit next to it.
turn silent.
Kisses. Cute. Bye, Dada.
She goes, ew.
The blanket is laundry. I gotta go do it. So Gia's laundry.
Moving on to Bailey's coverage.
I had a prank for Nat to hit all of them in the nets, where he was supposed to just hit one of them in the nets, but to hit all of them.
Action!
Are they good soccer players?
No. We have a bad team. And Emma's striker because she's too small to be a goalie.
Okay.
Really
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Nice to see you. Oh, Jack and Nat.
Yeah, what is that?
It's like
My character, Mr. B, was inspired by a real guy who had been my teacher a decade after we graduated. The girl who April is based on had never told anybody that she had had a relationship when we went back and had him arrested, and he went to prison.
What do you mean? So I'm talking to her, or?
yeah. Well, we're gonna do like a circle, and then we're gonna push in, so you'll be kind of over there talking to someone else.
It's gone from like life to fiction to the screenplay, and now I'm playing him, or a version, or somebody based on him. That's really weird.
All right, girls, circle up. Bring it in.
Cut. I like that one. Do you want to do anything different? It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think it serves purpose, right?
Gia sent me this great little character breakdown about maybe what was motivating the character and how he could justify this situation to himself. It was right on.
Down to speeding.
Hey, Gia.
But you saw those videos, right? No.
For the most part, a director really sets the tone, and this is a very mellow, easygoing set, which I like.
I thought maybe it'd be nice if you tied her shoe for her, and then at another point you tied another girl's shoe, and that made her sad. But I don't.
We have little discussions just about how the scenes might go, or how to deliver whatever needs to be delivered in the scene. If there's some specific thing, like tying one of my soccer girls' shoelace or something like that. She's very good at finding like little details that will say a lot without having to say a lot.
It's awkward, and you're being friendly with everyone else, but
Right.
when it's her turn, it's like.
Yes, just nothing.
I kind of was like that. You want me this way? That's better, right?
Yeah, that would be.
So turn.
You don't look in this color though.
James, Gia, you guys want to go ahead and just get underneath the tent?
What's up? Hey, how you doing? I got
Who are you introduced to?
It was hard sometimes, but we all got along, and we were all in it together. And it was freezing sometimes, and we're low budget and only have one heater.
Hey, don't talk to me that way. Don't talk to me that way. I don't ever want to hear you say anything. 'Cause you've been
We're making our own movie.
Quiet all around, please. Quiet, quiet.
What are we called? The Ravens? Panthers? I'll go 1, 2, 3, Panthers. Okay? That sound right, Gia? All right. What time is it?
Game time!
That's right. All right, girls. I want you to do what we've been practicing. Pass the ball. Keep it tight. High pressure. All right? Everything we've been practicing. Okay? You got this. You got these bitches.
Like a 10 to get the ball.
Are they just gonna play? Or are they
We're just gonna kick off and then Emma will run off for you.
Oh, it's fine.
What are you guys looking at?
Film stuff.
This is crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
We're getting ready to do some tow dolly shots. We're going out in the streets. We have a couple officers to help keep us safe.
Nat learned how to drive on this movie and just with cameras all attached to the car.
I can't hang out with you when you're like this. What are you doing?
It was heartbreaking when it ended. You're a family with these people and you're in this like grueling routine of 6-day weeks and seeing them, and then for all of a sudden it to stop was really depressing.
For a second there, I thought we disappeared. It rains a lot this time of year. And we both go together if one falls down. I talk out loud like you're still around. And I miss you. I'm going back home to the west.
Over the course of that year, every once in a while somebody would say, maybe you should do it or something, and I always said, no. There is absolutely nobody else that should direct this movie. I know. I just know, that she's the right person, and so I'm glad she did.
I wish you would have put yourself in my suitcase.